So guys, finally we have started our journey to understand more about Microsoft Azure Cloud. My name is Harshangra, and in this video we are going to talk and understand more about cloud concepts. The very first thing it always comes in my mind when I started my journey in cloud is like, what is the cloud? And another question like why we need to use the cloud, and definitely the next question is how to use it. Most of you are already, using these cloud services. For example, iCloud means Google Cloud, and Amazon Cloud to store your photos, your videos, your documents, etc. So I don't need to explain you about this thing because in every day we are using these services, and the main advantage of this service in general is whenever you need your photos, your videos, your documents, it's right there for you. But additionally, like as an individual or as a part of a business or as an organization, how you're going to leverage all the resources and offerings from these CSP or cloud solutions providers. We are going to discuss those challenges and of course the advantages, how we can use best out of these offerings and how we can leverage all the resources we have to make our best cloud solutions for our organization and of course use for our own purposes. So let's begin our journey. Let's focus more and let's move forward. Now we have the basic information about the cloud. Now we need to learn more about the cloud concepts. So the very first thing is we need to understand what's in the cloud. But before to jump deep dive into this, we need to first understand the terms in between on-premises or local versus the cloud. To understand more about the on-premises, let me give you one example. So let's say you have an external drive and you want to copy your data from your PC to that external drive. The simple way is to just plug in that hard drive to your PC or your laptop, copy your data back, and that's all. In case you need that data back again, you need to make sure you have that external drive with you, whether you're traveling or you are in another place, just plugged in again into the same laptop or another PC and get your data back. So that was a traditional way. And the same way, if you talk about the organization, they need to prepare lots of servers. For example, like they need to prepare their email server. They need to make sure they have their web hosting server where their applications are running or a website is running. And to maintain all of them, they need to understand that they need resources. I'm talking about the CPU, I'm talking about the memory, I'm talking about the storage. They also need to take care of the overall power that will make sure their applications are running 24/7. And to maintain those servers, they also need dedicated people. But that was the past. Now, more and more people are now moving towards the cloud, or actually to make their life easier. Those who are new in cloud concept, let me try to give you another example which will help you to make you understand the difference between on-premises or local versus the cloud. So on this machine right now, I am connected with the internet. So what if I just disable my internet or consider I have no internet connection on this machine? So for example, if I'm open one of the notepad or one of the application on this box or PC or laptop, and I'm making changes on this WordPad as an example right now. So it actually using my machine resources to prepare this documentation. Or I give you another example. If I want to make a video, or let's say I want to edit one of the video, I'm using this beautiful application called Create. And let's say I'm making any changes on this one. So it actually using all the resources from my machine. It actually stored on my machine locally. It has no connection with the internet. And whenever I'm editing, it using all the power from my machine straightforward. But what if we are doing any changes or making modification in the cloud? As we understood about the on-premises and local concept, let's talk about the cloud. Here I have some of the examples for you. So the very first one is the email hosting services from Microsoft. So I'm using Hotmail and Outlook from many years, and it is a very general way for me to communicate with different people around the globe. Every time I need to send an email, I use these services, and I don't need to worry about my machine resources, because this email service is provided by Microsoft. They have their own CPUs, they have their own RAM, they have their own storage. So all these things is maintained by them, not from your machine. Let me give you another examples. So I'm uploading my photos to Google Photos from many years again. Here you can see some one of the crying and smiling handsome guy. He's my kid. His name is Danny. And oh, let's forget about it. So so point is actually all my photos is actually stored into the Google Cloud, and whenever I need them, I just need to use Google Photos application on my mobile, iPad, or my desktop, and I can get access of these photos anytime I want, anywhere I want. Again, all these resources, all this storage is maintained by Google. I give you another example which we have already taken during on-premises and local example. So let's talk about the Google Drive. I think most of you already heard and aware about this. So let's say I have prepared one documentation during that local example or on-premises example. Let's try to create a document here as well. So I click on just new and Google Talks, and another web page is open, and I just write on Google to welcome to Google Cloud, Harsh Chandra. All right, so basically I'm writing all these documents and all these things right in this particular page is directly consuming resources from Google, not from your machine. The similar way, if you talk about the YouTube, where every day you're watching tons of videos, they also offered one editor. Now, if I want to edit my video right here, I can do that. But this time, it is not consuming resources from my machine. All the resources is actually consumed from YouTube data centers or from Google data centers. I hope you get the difference between the on-premises in general and the cloud. Next question is, who is cloud service providers and how they are helping us in today's world? Actually, I already give you some of the names already of these cloud service providers like Microsoft Cloud, Amazon Cloud, Apple iCloud or Google Cloud, and nowadays Alibaba Cloud, which is growing within a pretty faster way. Again, actually, these all cloud service providers has their own offerings in cloud, and they have a bunch of different services which we can use of whenever we need. But again, how they are helping us. To understand that, let me give you a very small example. Let's say I have 10 people working in my organization, and now I need an email server and one web hosting server where we can host our website and application. Now, it's pretty easy. Just need to purchase those boxes, put some decent amount of CPUs, RAM, storage, and ready to use. But what if my organization changed from 10 people to 10,000? What if it is changed to 1 million? Then I don't think so these two boxes are enough for me. For that, I need to purchase extra boxes, need to purchase extra resources, and put extra amount of efforts to make sure everything is ready to use. On the other hand, these cloud service providers already said, hey, you don't need to worry about these resources. You simply come to us, choose whatever you need with some click, 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 everything is ready to use. So think about that extra amount of time, extra amount of security, and extra amount of tensions, because if one thing is not working, then you need to think about the remediation plan, that how you can make sure everything is running fine and in a healthier way. But the cloud, they are actually awesome, and it's very easy nowadays. You just need to follow that web application provided by them, and with some clicks, everything is just right there for you. And definitely we cannot ignore the cost of the cloud, the performance of the cloud, reliability, security, and bunch of other stuff which we are going to discuss in upcoming videos. But to understand more about Microsoft Cloud Computing, guys, I should definitely recommend you to go through this particular link which is shared in this video. It is really, really important and I found this informative. So please go and check this out. Now let's go to our next slide, or you can say the information, which is a very, very important one, and it will help us to understand more about the cloud advantages. So the very first advantage I can think of is the cost effect. I think wherever you go, whatever the documentation you read about the cloud, you will definitely find this word right all the way. Why this is cost effective? I give you one example. But also this provide me a flexibility, which means that in case I need more resources, it's right there for you. Let's go to our discussion board and let's talk about more. So this guy wants to start his business of a streaming services. He have great entertainment resources and he wants to put that all resources into a streaming server. And he wants people to subscribe and watch their favorite videos or entertainment or movies, whatever he uploaded in the streaming server. Now, after a few days, he find out that lots of subscribers like to, like to watch more movies, so he need more storage. He added more storage right here, and then good to go. But after some time, he finds that more people are actually getting attraction toward his streaming services, and he's getting popular day by day, and more people would like to join his subscription. But the point is he don't have enough resources, so he added another server. But after some time, he also find this is also not enough. Again, he purchased another server. So the point here is he just keep adding the servers and try to maintain all those new subscribers. Now, what he's doing at this moment, he's thinking about his analysis and find out that more and more subscribers is getting day by day within his streaming services. So he need to think with a solution which can help him to make sure his streaming servers are up and running 24/7, because when he has to add another server, he need to also make a kind of a proper I must say that communication with other running streaming servers. So he need to find a downtime, which is currently in today's world is not acceptable. And that's how the problem of the in-house or on-premises data centers nowadays, because everybody was looking for better solutions which can run 24/7 without any downtime. And that's the word, that's the target of every organizations nowadays. Now let's think about, because here in this particular example I do not put the power here, I do not talk about the router, I do not talk about the switch, internet connection, etc. Now let's put this in a broader picture. Like now this guy need to put additional servers and bunch of different information. So I put this in this particular example, which I think for you guys is pretty easy. So for example, this guy now have a streaming server. So what he need now, he need more servers, he need more storage, and definitely great internet connection, so that people don't find, hey, my video is slow, the streaming is slow, I don't like your services, because that's everybody, and definitely millions of millions people is going to be subscribed to his subscription, and definitely he need to take care of those all resources issues, and also need to worry about the power consumption, because if let's say if anything goes wrong on his data center, then his all servers is going to be shut down, or currently let's say not able to communicate by users, and that's how people lose confidence in the business and this streaming services. Again, he need to keep thinking about the rack servers, keep adding servers, but I need to understand up to what extent, because increasing servers is a solution, definitely that was a past solution, and these organizations need to take care of many different things to build their own data center. Not only that, once they build their own data center, and definitely their clients are looking for 24/7 availability of these servers, then they need to build another data center which is called secondary data center, where all the data has been copied over this place, and to ensure that if anything goes wrong, at least data would be safe. So that was the idea. And don't forget about the power consumption, because if anything or any natural disaster happen, then it's going to be you know a nightmare for the people and the organization who is maintaining their own data center. Of course, the internet connection, routers, security, many things. And that's how cloud is a beautiful part, I must say, because that's the benefit of the cloud. You just need to talk to these services. I put some of the name right here, like Microsoft, Amazon Cloud, whichever you like. And in our video series, we will talk about Microsoft Azure in specific. So actually, these cloud service providers said, hey, you don't need to worry about these resources, power consumption, or internet access speed, or routing, security. We provide you all of it. You just need to purchase our subscription with a couple of clicks, which I mentioned earlier. You're ready to use our services anytime, anywhere you want. I think you get better idea now, like why cloud is important and what are their advantages. Because if we just need to increase our resources, simply bunch of clicks and you can increase your resources. And that's how the best example of scalability. You don't need to worry about your resources purchasing and then spending extra time to make sure everything is ready to use, or downtime, etc. So simple couple of clicks and ready to use. And same thing, like also another advantage which I mentioned earlier, that in the cloud you just need to pay for what exactly you use. For example, you just purchase a server, a couple of resources like CPUs, RAM, storage, and whatever you're using in the cloud, you just need to pay only that much. So you don't need to worry about extra resources currently hosted on the cloud level. You don't need to worry about that. You simply need to focus on what exactly you are using. And another great example of the cloud is cloud is all about, like, you have multiple data centers, and these big companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Alibaba, or other cloud hosting services, actually they take care of the data is currently stored within their cloud, and they always use replication method to copy your data from one data center to another. So imagine if any disaster happened to that one particular data center, don't worry, your data is safe. It's in another location, and they will provide you that data back anytime you want. And that's how they said that the cloud availability is always 99.9%, which is a great amount of availability of any resources. Believe me, the data backups are another solution. Now they give you infrastructure because you are the administrator of your own infrastructure. It is just they provide you that resources. That's all. So while you are maintaining your infrastructure, they also give you opportunity to take care of your data backups. Simply use, again, couple of clicks, and they take care of your backups of your data as well. And definitely they all are encrypted. You don't need to worry about hacks or hack your data and somebody read your data, because these organizations have a great responsibility to maintain the privacy. And of course, you can trust them about the encryption level, and they cannot read your data anytime soon. So the thing is, it's getting better day by day. They can apply double encryption on your data, and everything is safe right there. So that's another great example of fault tolerance in the cloud, because they provide data backups. If one of the data center is down, your data is ready and available from another data center. And that's how Microsoft played, because the Microsoft data center is all around the globe. Let me give you one example about the Microsoft data centers. Microsoft is one of the biggest cloud service provider in the world. That's what I mentioned earlier during the video. And actually, with this particular link, you can also find out the locations of these data centers around the globe, likewise in America, Europe, Asia Pacific, or Middle East, Africa. Means You just name it and all these data centers are right there. So that's how they actually maintaining your data and replication, which I just explained during our video. And if you want to understand that what is exactly happening on these data center, whether any data center is facing any trouble or not, you simply go to Azure status, which is right this particular link, and you can find out, hey, what is happening on my data centers right in East US, or in, let's say, in Europe, in North Europe, West Europe, France, means all these locations. And it's pretty much great way to find out your data center, whether they are in a critical state or whether they are up and running. If it is in critical state, maybe your resources is down for temporary purpose. So during that time, you can also contact Microsoft support, and they are ready to help you to give the answers of your question, that what is happening with your data, because you don't need to worry, your data is safe. Because if anything goes wrong in one data center, as I mentioned during the replication, the data is already copied to the secondary location. So overall, everything is safe for your infrastructure. So now let's come back to our slides and let's try to complete this one. So we have discussed about in this video about the leveraging the cloud, how you can take all the advantages, although definitely we will discuss further in upcoming videos, but I think you get my point, that what are the advantages of cloud in terms of on-premises data centers and the local maintaining servers or storages. And also, as I mentioned, that cloud provides you flexibility to maintain your resources, and not only during the increment of these resources. Whenever you feel like your job is done or your work is done, you can also decrease those resources. Just remember one line: pay for what you use in cloud. It won't charge you extra. In any case you find any difficulty during your cost management, you can contact support and they can help you to rectify your problem, and they can also give your money back if they charge you extra. And I did not talk about this analytics more during this video, so let's leave it, but just give you one line idea that it can give you more control about your resources, what is happening, what is going on, whether what resources is doing what. We can discuss about this in the future video, so don't worry. And the collaboration, I take this collaboration not as a share part, in a very innovative way that cloud is actually doing for us. For example, you have in your infrastructure networking, your servers, your operating system, your firewall, your other security components, your databases. All these are working together under one roof, and that's exactly the great way of using the cloud. So that's how I impressed from the cloud when I start using it, or to understand more about this cloud advantages. And the last one is, of course, it's all about the access anywhere. Definitely that's the use of the cloud. You don't need to worry that you have to contact any of your local administrator who is sleeping in the night 3 o'clock. Hey, I'm not able to use my data center, you need to help me, and then he give you the access. You can get your access back. You don't need to rely on those people, because like the cloud is available for you 24/7 anytime you need. So guys, that to be all to we have discussed more about this the cloud concept within this video. So that to be all for today, guys, and please take care of your health during this COVID-19 situation, and I wish and pray that your family and you are safe. Take all the precautions, and of course stay safe. Peace.